Everybody, here we have this Dell Inspiron N4020 laptop from I think 2009 or 2010. Next to that we have this Western Digital 500 gigabyte laptop internal hard disk. And here we have a Western Digital MyBook external hard drive enclosure with 2 hard drives in it in a RAID stripe. Yeah, interesting, RAID stripe with and having USB 2.0 interface. All 3 of these devices have something in common. You may notice this laptop is acting very bizarre. No, it's not in sleep mode either. It's not in well, you know, what I mean to say is it's not like a screensaver being pulled up or anything. It's just running extremely slow. It crashes. Sometimes it will not even detect the hard drive in the BIOS. This one here probably had the most warning out of all 3. And you see it just crashed out. Critical process died. And let's see what happens now. Anyways, this one here had been showing warning signs of failure for quite some time. I'd say I would guess maybe a month, according to what the client has told me. You know, these are warning signs that you can't just ignore. Machine running extremely slow, crashing, and showing this message right here: internal hard disk drive not found. So I'm going to set the camera down. I'm going to restart the machine and watch what happens here. First I'm going to do Control-Delete. Power it down. As you heard, the hard drive is in fact running. Power it back up. The good news is this particular machine here, well, this might be the end of it now. The good news is there wasn't really much any important data on this machine. It was just used for internet browsing, mainly Facebooking and things like that. And we're going to get a boot this time, it looks like. I see the hard drive activity LED going. This one here showed the common warning signs. Such as very unusually slow performance, crashing, showing error messages in the BIOS that there's a hard drive detected. So yeah, that one there showed, gave the most warning. This hard disk here failed without warning. It's completely seized. It will not even, the platter will not even spin up. All you hear is a click. You hear the motor trying to start spinning the disk, and it can't do it. This person did lose data, unfortunately. And the biggest case here, this is a 2 terabyte drive that was bought by the client in like 2009. It's been connected to their machine and running all the time. I'd say well over 60,000 power on hours. I can't remember the exact power on hour count. It's up there. I was able to pull these discs out and actually check it and see which one was in bad shape. And I was also able to see the stats on the drives, like the power on hours. Just essentially, and you see it's wanting to check the disk. It already done that one time, and eventually it crashed. So as I was saying, nearly this 2009 and here it is 2017, nearly 8 years of runtime, only 25 power cycles. So it ran for a long time. But hard drives don't last forever. They do not last forever. Sometimes you might get a decade out of them. Sometimes you might get 4 weeks. It really depends. This client here had been saving data to it, and this over this years and years worth of data, all gone because one of the hard drives in this RAID stripe had failed. It didn't actually fail completely, though it's showing bad sectors. What's interesting about all 3 of these is not a single one have failed SMART. SMART is a utility that's built into the BIOS and firmware of many machines that will warn you if a hard drive may fail within a certain amount of time. And I say may fail because it may fail or it may not fail. A good example will be right here in the Mid-Tower Deluxe. The backup and extra storage 4 terabyte drive that's on top there has been failing SMART since August of last year, but it continues to work fine. If it fails, it's no big deal to swap it out and just do a new backup. It's just a backup drive, but it's been in there since it's been failing SMART since August of last year. However, it continues to perform absolutely perfectly fine, no issues at all whatsoever. Although in many cases, when your computer alerts you that your hard drive is beginning to fail, a lot of times it actually will fail within a few months, or a few weeks, or even a few days. I know this video is getting drug out, but I'm explaining this way for a reason. So this one here failed without warning at all. This one here may have shown some signs of warning, such as slow performance. The computer it was attached to, when you could plug this up to a machine, and the whole computer would just get bogged down. It would even prevent you from accessing files on like your other, like different drives and things like that. It would just slow the whole machine down, cause Explorer to freeze, cause the virtual disk service to freeze up, and it would bring the computer to a screeching halt. So I have to say, considering the nature of laptops and two-in-ones, they're devices that you carry around. They see lots of power on, power cycles, and my concern is, my biggest concern is most average Joes and Janes out there who don't know about computers all that much may think, I'll store my family photos on here and they'll be good 10 years later. That's not always the case. I can't stress it enough. You see this in here just keeps crashing. It's done. It's the hard drive in this one has officially failed. Yeah, it's FUBAR. This is a fine example of why, if you care about your data, it should be backed up at least monthly. It really should, because hard drives are mechanical devices with moving parts in them. Shut down. Hard drives are mechanical devices with moving parts in them that do tend to have, they have a tendency to fail. They wear out and they will fail. They're very fragile devices as well. And this is especially important to consider with laptops. So if you store, let's say, if you're storing only, let's say if you're storing some important files on just your laptop or just on that external hard drive there, you think, they'll be fine, nothing, what could happen? Well, your hard disk could fail and you could be out your data. Now technically you can have the data recovered, but it may set you back several $1,000s, and that's if they can even recover it. I'm referring to there are special companies out there that can recover your data, but it will set you back thousands of dollars because it's a very sophisticated procedure. So I know this is getting pretty drug along. Point is, back up your data because hard drives can and will fail. I've seen it. I've seen it happen so many times, and honestly, I hate having to tell clients, "I'm sorry, but your data is lost and it can't be recovered because your hard drive has failed." Did you hit? And honestly, it's like this. I'll be like, "Did you back up your data?" You'll be like, "No." I'm like, "Well, I hate to tell you this, sir or ma'am, but your data is gone. There's nothing I can do about it. Your hard drive has failed." It's something I hate to tell clients. Occasionally I will do videos like these because I can't stress it enough. If you care about your files, be it your wedding photos or photos of your son's birthday or something like that, or let's see, important files that you may have on your machine. There are many ways you can have these files, have a copy of these files in a different location. And I don't mean, this is something else I've seen people do. They will create another partition or another folder in the hard drive and call it backup. Well, what good is that going to do if the hard drive fails? I mean, the point is to have a copy of those files on a different storage medium. And considering, for example, there are many different areas you can actually store your files, be it like another external hard drive, USB flash drives, considering how big they are these days. You've got cloud storage, or so many different opportunities for you to back up your files to different locations. So, I mean, this is why I say I cannot stress it enough. If you care about your files, you better make sure you have them backed up, and I don't care if the computer is brand new. Like I mentioned, this hard disk failed at only 1 year of age. The Dell laptop was actually still under factory warranty, although the client actually had wanted me to upgrade that machine to a solid state drive, which I think is a very good investment in a laptop. It gives you much faster performance. And solid state drives have no moving parts, so they're generally more reliable. But even in the case of a solid state disk, it's still a good idea to have a backup of those files that are on that disk if you care about them. So anyways, back up your files and do it as soon as you can. If you care about your files, you want to back them up. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody. I sure hope you guys enjoyed this video from Q Computer Channel. Remember to like the video, subscribe to Q Computer Channel for more updates, and remember to tick the bell so you actually get notified of these updates. Did you know that I am also on a second channel that's CubeComp MTDX? Over there you'll find videos of bicycling, weather, elevators, and all sorts of other neat and interesting stuff. Feel free to subscribe to that channel as well. And again, I thank you for your support, and thanks for watching this video.